Alright, hi everybody, welcome back to another day of Bible working. I forgot to do a video yesterday, so this is day 46 and day 47 update. Last time I updated Bible working, I remember explaining how I'd prepared the wrong study for Sabbath school. Um, and I'd spent a lot of time preparing the study, and I thought it was going really good until it was the wrong study. And so the next day, this was yesterday, this is Friday, I had a good chunk of time. I was still faithful that God would pull through and that He would make a good study. And so, yeah, I spent the whole day working really hard trying to get the study as perfect as I could. And yeah, praise God. We had youth night Friday night, that was last night. And yeah, I feel like as far as it went pretty good. I shared a little bit of my testimony, and despite the last minute change of topics, it's still really hit home for the kids, I think, and it had a valuable lesson behind it. So praise God. The rest of the day, yesterday we just chilled out. We kind of cleaned the house a bit. We're getting ready for Sabbath because it's Friday afternoon. It's preparation day. And yeah. Anyway, and then we had the sermon today. Pastor Jared um, delivered a really great sermon. Um, and working alongside him, I understand that he probably didn't have as much time to prepare for the sermon. It kind of got thrown on him last minute. And so there's a valuable lesson here, and that's that God really did pull through. And I feel like despite the fact that Jared was so unprepared, um, it still was a message that really hit home for a lot of people. And it was a really strong message, really powerful message. So it seems like no matter how much we're unprepared recently, God can still pull through. And, if God can speak through donkeys, and if He can speak, um, if He can speak through donkeys, God can speak through anyone, even someone who's unprepared like me or like Jared. So um, praise God that, yeah, He's able to do that. Um, as far as the rest of today went, this afternoon we had a nice lunch at one of the church members' houses where we had a bit of a meeting with all the we had a bit of a meeting together about the welcoming team for church, and we discussed some better ways that we could welcome people into the church, some better ways that we could bring people into the church. So that was really productive and a really good chat today over some lunch. Yeah, and besides that, I came home. The boys are out camping. They've gone to climb Mount Barney, so they've driven to a friend's house who lives 5 minutes away from Mount Barney, and they're going to sleep there tonight and then get up tomorrow before the sun rises, climb Mount Barney, and then they will, um, yeah, they'll have a bit of fun there tomorrow. I chose to say I've got a lot to do. Got to put the rooftop tent on my car, and yeah, I've got a lot of Bible reading to catch up on. And so, a lot of things to study, a lot of things to do. I've got a sermon to prepare for Monday. So, yeah, that's what's happening there. Um, Besides that, I'd say one last detail I should add is that my mum is now sick. She's in hospital. She's got pretty severe asthma. She's had asthma her whole life. Um, but it seems to have escalated a little bit, and now she's in hospital now. They're giving him as much medication as they can give her. She's really low on breath, and so when I called her earlier, it was a bit scary to see my mum so close to her deathbed. And I remember asking her a question. I said to her, "If you were to die now, would you be happy with how your life was?" And what she said yes. And then I also spoke to her and I said, "Mum, do you want me to pray for you?" And so she wasn't fully convinced that Jesus was the answer to her solutions. And I remember her specifically saying that she doesn't want to live a life in heaven for eternity with Jesus. She said to me, the last thing that she wants is to live forever with Jesus. So, despite the fact that John 3:16, for God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. Despite the fact that that's her favourite verse, she still she's not giving her life to God. And so it was a bit challenging hearing the news about my mum. And I hope that, I don't know. I was a bit emotional about it, emotional about it earlier, but Anyway. Anyway, I better sum up the video, but thanks for listening, and God bless you on wherever your journey is, and remember to serve God, always. We should always put God first in our lives, and we should always remember that God has prepared us a place in heaven where we can dwell with Him for eternity, where our spirit will not be troubled anymore, where we will have a dwelling place in heaven. And just remember the promise that this life is temporary, but God is going to give us a dwelling place in heaven forever. So thanks for listening, and hope you're blessed. See ya.